Dick Van Dyke, the legendary actor, comedian, singer, and entertainer whose career has spanned more than 8 decades, is facing one of the most poignant and emotional chapters of his life in 2026 as his family gathers around him following a serious and tragic medical diagnosis at the remarkable age of 100. A moment that not only underscores the extraordinary longevity of his career but also the fragility of human life, reminding the world that even icons are not immune to the challenges of aging and illness, and highlighting the deep bonds he has nurtured with family, friends, and colleagues throughout a lifetime devoted to performance, laughter, and heartfelt connection. Born December 13, 1925, in West Plains, Missouri, Van Dyke grew up during the Great Depression, developing a love for music, dance, and comedy that would shape a career defined by versatility, charm, and an infectious sense of joy, ultimately leading him from Broadway stages to television screens and Hollywood films, where his performances in The Dick Van Dyke Show, Mary Poppins, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang captivated audiences across generations, establishing him as a symbol of timeless talent and dedication to the craft, while simultaneously cultivating a private life grounded in family, humility, and integrity, values that have become increasingly significant in the context of his current health struggles. Throughout his decades-long career, Van Dyke was celebrated not only for his impeccable comedic timing, physicality, and vocal talents but also for the warmth, generosity, and kindness he brought to his interactions with colleagues, mentees, and fans alike, traits that extended beyond the stage and screen into his personal life, where he maintained strong, loving relationships with his children, grandchildren, and extended family, carefully shielding them from the relentless pressures of fame while fostering an environment of trust, care, and stability, and now, as his family faces the reality of his serious diagnosis, those same principles provide comfort, unity, and a framework for honoring his legacy with dignity and love. The announcement of his condition has prompted an outpouring of support, admiration, and reflection from fans and the entertainment community worldwide, many of whom have grown up laughing, singing, and celebrating the joy Van Dyke has brought to their lives, and who recognize that his contributions extend far beyond awards, box office success, or critical acclaim, encompassing mentorship, philanthropy, and the cultivation of a life marked by integrity, humor, and compassion, and demonstrating that the full measure of his legacy lies in both the public delight he has given and the private values he has lived by, which have sustained him and his loved ones through decades of personal and professional triumphs and challenges. As he navigates this profound stage of life, surrounded by family and close friends, the focus on togetherness, shared memories, and emotional support exemplifies the enduring impact of a life lived with joy, creativity, and purpose, underscoring that Dick Van Dyke's legacy is not simply the laughter he inspired or the roles he performed, but also the example he set for resilience, grace, and love, ensuring that even in the face of tragedy, the mark he leaves on the world, through his art, character, and relationships, remains timeless, inspiring generations to embrace life fully, cherish family, and approach challenges with courage, humor, and heart, proving that the story of Dick Van Dyke is as much about the humanity he embodied as it is about the extraordinary talent he shared, making this chapter both heartbreaking and a testament to a life of remarkable depth, enduring joy, and lasting influence.